Good evening. Welcome to day 5 of the FIFA World Cup right here on IsBest.com. Fully, we've had a day. A day when I say the first half of the day was uneventful. Second half of the day was quite extraordinary. Let's actually talk about that the first part of the day. 6 o'clock this morning, you had the likes of Switzerland playing Cameroon, 0-0 draw. I'm at a bar. I'm here, and we want to be within the atmosphere of what's going on. But that Switzerland Cameroon game. Your thoughts on game 2, because game 1 ended up in a 0-0 draw.
No, game 1, Switzerland won 1-0.
What's that?
Switzerland won the first game 1-0.
That first game, wasn't it Switzerland and Cameroon?
Yeah, it was 1-0 Switzerland.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm actually actually 1-0 Switzerland.
Yeah, had a long.
I'm sorry. I do apologize for that. But to tell you the truth, I fell asleep on the game. So that's why. That's probably why I'm actually. You know what? Fully, you're right. It was 1-0 Switzerland. Look at that.
Yeah.
1-0 Switzerland.
As
Your
we
thoughts
predicted,
on that 1-0 for Switzerland.
as we had predicted, it was a very hard fought match, 2 even teams. The man that scored representing Switzerland was born in Cameroon, so little piece of useless information there. Game really never jumped into life, but Switzerland got the victory, so they're off and running. Cameroon got to go back to the table and see what's happening.
Yeah. But if you look at it, I mean, Switzerland done just enough to get over the line. They take you 3 points. You take a group lead going because you played first. So, what you're looking at is now saying, okay, I've got my points. Let's see what else happens.
Yep.
Yeah. Then game 2, clearly, Uruguay. Would you say Uruguay would be disappointed with their 2022 World Cup?
The first game, probably. I'm not going to say they were few and far between, a lot of half. I thought it was a very poor. I thought the South Koreans tried hard. They had a lot more of the ball than I expected them to have. But no real great scoring opportunities. I think Nunez missed 1 or 2 that he maybe could have buried, but it wasn't a great game.
Yeah. And of course, everybody was electrified because here comes Portugal. Game 3. Everybody was tuned in because clearly there's a lot of buzz around that Portuguese team with none other than Cristiano Ronaldo. He made history today, becoming the first player to ever score in 5 World Cups. They won, so that's a bonus. All that nonsense talk about club football right now, it's on the shelf because clearly we're talking World Cup.
Yeah, I wouldn't look too far into the club stuff because Ronaldo is a professional. He's not going to work. First half, a bit of a snooze fest. Portugal probably would have been up 1-0. That was electric. Portugal hit the penalty. I thought the referee was a bit lenient there. But that sparked Ghana into Ghana made it 1-1. And then I felt the Ghanaians just sort of stopped playing. So Portugal quick, real quick. 3-1 before you know it. Then they Ghana had the chance to steal it at the end. And the goalkeeper dropped the ball and the attacker ran behind, but so yeah, Portugal escaped with a 3-2 victory. It was a lot more comfortable than 3-2 shows, but I don't that.
But you know what the other, I mean, okay, so for the sake of football pundits, the second Portuguese team to play today was Brazil. The first 45 minutes would have been, and I said this, the first 45 minutes would have been both teams trying to figure each other out. It wasn't until Brazil scored that first goal that you start to see what they're capable of doing when on the ball. They showed flares in the first half. They showed flares throughout the second half prior to the goal. But once the goal was scored, that confidence level went way through the roof. And basically, they started to play futsal football.
Yeah, they played. I mean, they still played with a lot of freedom. They Jogo Bonito, and they really did. In the second half, I thought, especially, there was a little 5-minute gap where they had a couple corners, but quietly, I thought Casemiro was brilliant for Brazil today. Just did the job. He nearly scored twice, one crossbar. But yeah, once the first goal went in, the second half was pretty much over Brazil, like I said.
Just like the Portugal game, the second half became entertaining.
Yeah, you started to get entertained. You started to see chance. I thought the Serbian keeper played very well. Could have been more. Definitely.
Yeah. More. I mean, if you look at the amount of chance, I mean, they hit the upright twice, hit the crossbar once. I mean, you know, they were unlucky to run up the score. However, they controlled the tempo of the game. Once they got that 1-0 lead, it was like almost like you heard drums going on and you know going around, and they played to those drum beats.
Yeah, and I think also up 1-0, a little bit nervous, hoping for that second one. And then once they got that second one, this could be 3, 4, 5. We'll just have to wait and see. I didn't know.
So
Brazil.
Tomorrow, 4 matches. 4 big matches. Because Round 2 starts tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
First match up, we're talking about Wales and Iran. Clearly, 2 teams that need to make a statement. I mean, Wales ended up with a draw, you know, but clearly they need to make a statement. It's do or die now, because if you want to make it to the next round, a W is your only way forward.
Well, for Iran, it's definitely do or die because they have no points. So not getting any points tomorrow, y'all. Wales, I think, will feel confident that they could get this result. I don't think Iran's going to be as poor as they were versus England. So they could make it more of a match. I wouldn't be surprised if they and then it'll be game on if they do. The Welsh will have to take their chance, and I don't think they can play as poorly as they did against the US. They need more half to get the points.
Yeah, definitely. And then Game 2. We got the hosts back in action. And for the hosts, you got to remember, I mean, it's a big thing for them because they get the opportunity to show the world what their country is about. Now they're taking on the Senegal team. Your thoughts on this particular match?
I would hope Senegal come out to attack Qatar because I think Qatar will be a little better. They've had the first game. They've got that out of the way. Obviously they lost, unfortunately for them. But they'll want to put a better show. If Senegal come ready to play, I don't think they'll have much where they nullified Holland for a long time before the Dutch break. I think.
Yeah. Game 3. Netherlands. Netherlands are taking on
Ecuador.
Your team.
Yes,
You
sir.
know what you have to do. I mean, World Cup progression is on the line in this game for Ecuador.
Yeah.
Not necessarily for the Netherlands, but you would want to win this one as well, wouldn't you?
Definitely. I mean, one tournament football is you want to establish a rhythm and you want to keep it. So they will play to win. Holland always play to win. And I think Ecuador might sit in a bit, but they are very good on the counterattack. Holland will have to be aware of that. Obviously, Holland will try to control the game, control the ball, and take them down slowly. If Holland score early, it'll make Ecuador be good. Personally, I don't care if Ecuador scores. I quite like them to lay down. So Holland can just save them. Like you said, this is second round qualifying on the line for both teams, so could be a good game.
Let me just say, fully, I wish you and the Netherlands all the best tomorrow because I know if you win tomorrow, you'll be a happy man tomorrow night.
Yes, sir.
Right. So the final game is one that I know a lot of people will be looking at, and that is England taking on the United States of America. We know that Harry Kane is now been ruled fit to play. The United States, despite being disappointed in their opening match, it's time to show up. If you don't show up, you're out.
Yeah, again, they have the point on the board, so they might not be mathematically out,
Right.
but it'll be more difficult for them. Mind you, they get the quote-unquote lesser game at the end, where Wales will have to play. So they're not out. This is football versus soccer. This is the world. You know what I mean? This is the beautiful game on the line. Do we have to call it soccer if the United States win? Personally, I think England might be a bit too strong for the States. But with that being said, the States need a monumental victory at some point in a World Cup. They got the young squad. This would be a huge scalp if they could take it. You saw versus Belgium that they can play at a very high level, but can they sustain it over 90 minutes?
Well, let's all just hope that the Americans didn't have too much turkey today going into tomorrow.
Yeah, I think they'll be on a great diet because they do have a big game, so hopefully they take it easy.
Well, fully, listen, I want to thank you very much today because you know what? Today's been an emotional, draining day because so many people have been for Portugal, so many people in Bermuda have been for Brazil. It's been one of those days, and come tomorrow, we start that second run.
Yes,
And
sir.
it's all important that all these results from now on really, really matter. We knew the first round mattered, but now it's really, really matters. Because
Yes, sir.
after tomorrow, once we start tomorrow, after that run, it's we're not
Some
gonna,
people are going home tomorrow.
yeah.
They could go home.
Willie, listen, we'll be back tomorrow night,
Yes,
8
sir.
o'clock, another edition of the
Check it
World
out.
Cup Football Show. Have a good night, boys.
You too.